What's going on, guys? Aggronix, welcome back to the PAL Season 1. Today we jump to our Week 2 game against GD Brown and the, I believe it's the Atlanta Azumarills. There it is. So, we're going to jump very quickly into the team builder because me and Brown are playing in just a moment. But before we get started, make sure to heavy slam like button down below first and subscribe. If you did not see last week's battle, make sure to go check it out. Spoilers, 3, 2, 1. It was a 5-0 in our favour, so it was a very strong win, and I'm hoping to keep up that momentum this week. I don't know if Brown won his last week game. Actually, honestly, I haven't checked. I believe he did with an Aegis Slash sweep because his team is insane, but I could be wrong. I'm almost 100% sure he did. Anyway, his team consists of Zerora, the new electric type if you don't know, Gliscor, Milotic, Lycanroc, Dusk, Serena Sock, Meowstic, Charizard X, Clefable, Z Aegis Slash, I don't know why I said Z for Aegis Slash, not the other two, fuck me, Exploud and Vullaby. So yes, his 3 Z-Mons are Zerora, Lycanroc, Dusk, and Aegis Slash. They're all equally as threatening as the other. Most of them are pretty offensive, you know, they don't really get any setup with the Z moves. I guess Zerora can set up Z Rain, you know, something, you know, what is it, Z Rainy Day. You know, Z Rain Dance, it could thunder things, or it could go for Z Electric Terrain maybe. I'm not sure if it gets that, but it probably gets, you know, Rain Dance, shit like that. Lycanroc Dusk can't really do much with it, except for just going for a Z Stone Edge or something like that. And Aegis Slash, I don't think Z Autotomized does anything of note, really, so, yeah. His team is very threatening. The core of Gliscor Milotic is incredibly threatening, very hard to break. Serena can be annoying. Sock, you know, can be a lower tier wall breaker if you don't prep enough for it. It could just sweep you. You have to be careful. And then yeah, Clefable as well. Bulky mons everywhere. It's going to be really tough. Also, the Charizard X is quite bulky to break because it just has natural bulk. So killing it can be a little bit annoying. So we've gone in. By the way, if you don't know our team is in the top. Ooh, you probably can't see that actually. Our team consists of Kyurem, Black, Landorus, Encarna, Tentacruel, Whimsicott, Mesprit, Mismagius, Primeape, Mega Scizor, Tyranitar, Heliolisk, Magmortar, and Steelix, with Kyurem, Landorus, and Mismagius being our Z captain. So, we're going to jump into the team. This team is not in order of the mons that I, you know, chose to bring, but it's, I think, in order of importance, give or take a few. So, we have Dynamo the Scizor, running Technician, Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Knockoff, and Roost. This set is very important because Scizor is very good against his team. It sucks because he has the Charizard X, which always shuts down Scizor, and the Gliscor, which always shuts down Scizor. But it's so important to bring Scizor because it takes hits from the Zerora. It can switch into Milotic and U-Turn out. It OHKOs the Lycanroc Dusk after Stealth Rock with Bullet Punch, which is very important. It U-Turns on the Serena. It takes hits from the Sock and the Serena and the Lycanroc. Takes hits from Clefable if it doesn't have Flamethrower, which he might, but he might not. Even if he does, Tentacruel wasn't, so it's fine. And it takes hits from the Aegis Slash as well. So all across the board, it's very good. It's just the Gliscor and the Charizard X that really don't give a shit about Scizor. Well, demonetized. It's really just those, you know, two who just crap all over it, and there's not really much I can do. I'm running Knockoff, so maybe I can knock off the Gliscor's Toxic Orb, maybe. But the Charizard always shuts me down. There's nothing I can do against Charizard. If I, you know, had my way, I wouldn't have to bring Charizard. I was thinking about bringing Steelix, because Steelix actually a very good matchup this week. Takes on the Zerora, takes on the Lycanroc, and it can live a hit from the Charizard and go for, like, I don't know. Does it get Metal Burst? It might get Metal Burst. I was thinking of something like that, but and Clefable and Aegis Slash as well. It takes on, but it doesn't take on stuff like the Serena. You can just kind of, you know, Serena just sits in front of Steelix, Trap Kicks and Synthesis over and over again, dies the Sock, and Milotic and Gliscor just have a way with it. So Scizor was very important. We're running Knockoff, of course, for the Aegis Slash and just to hit things in general, and then Bullet Punch U-Turn is for stab. Roost is there to stay alive. The defense is so we can live 2 Choice Banded Stone Edges from the Lycanroc Dusk if rocks aren't up. So we take a 49.7 max or something like that. And then I threw the rest in special defense to take hits from the stuff like the Clefable, the Milotic, Exploud, so and so. We have Rango, the Heliolisk, making his debut. He was not here last week, but he is now. Choice Specs, Dry Skin with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Surf, and Hyper Voice. I know I'm running a, you know, what it's called. I'm running a Sand team, but I'm not running Sand Veil, which is kind of what Heliolisk does. I know. Dry Skin is very important though because he does have the Milotic, and Milotic is very annoying and very tough to kill. I had to bring Choice Specs this week even though his team has a lot of like resistances, but I just need to be able to hit. The only thing is actually, the good thing about his team though is that his Steel type and his Ghost type are the same mon. So if we kill Aegislash, we get to spam Hyper Voices against his team. And Lycanroc, how much does Lycanroc actually take from a... I actually don't know. I feel like he takes like definitely above 50%. Hyper Voice does 47 to 56. So, and that's with no HP or... Yeah, so after Stealth Rocks he'll die. However, he is faster, so... He still takes a ton though. And Thunderbolt and Surf kill, so that's cool. But yeah, Heliolisk is very, very important. Also, Surf is there for the Gliscor. And yeah, Volt Switch is very, very important. Unfortunately, it's kind of setup fodder for Charizard. If we're locked in the Thunderbolt, we have to be a little bit careful about that, but we'll figure something out. So, next we have Sting, the Tentacruel, Assault Vest, Clear Body with Scald, Sludge Wave, Ice Beam, and Rapid Spin. I wanted to go Black Sludge, but I saw the opportunity to go Assault Vest because we're not running any, status moves. I was gonna run like Toxic Spikes, but Serena is there, she's just going to Rapid Spin them away. And his team isn't really affected by it because Gliscor is immune. Milotic wants to be Toxic. Clefable probably has Magic Guard and Aegislash is Steel. And I feel like those 4 mons are coming. So, yeah, that's kind of that. I'm running Assault Vest though because after building my team I realized I'm a little bit weak to Exploud, so Tentacruel being Assault Vest kind of fixes that. We take Boom Burst relatively well. We eat them if he's not Choice Specs. If he's Choice Scarf, we eat them. It also helps us take on like a specially offensive Aegislash. If he gets the +2 with Autonomize, we're okay as long as we have Tentacruel and he's going for Shadow Ball. We should be pretty much okay. And physically defensive means we can take on stuff like the Lycanroc Dusk, the Sock, and the Charizard, most notably. So, I really like this set. Very, very important. Ice Beam is just there for the Gliscor, just to OHKO it. Yeah, actually, it's really just that, and the Vullaby, I guess. But I'm not really paying too much attention to the Vullaby because it is only a Vullaby, and we do have Knockoff and Scizor, so it's not the end of the world. So Tentacruel's great. Then we have Jackhammer the Landorus, probably the most important mon on this team, simply because it stops me from getting completely destroyed. Landorus outspeeds a majority of his team straight up. If Aegislash gets the +2, Landorus still outspeeds. If Charizard gets the +1, Landorus still outspeeds. If Zorora isn't Choice Scarf or doesn't set up like Z Rain Dance, Landorus outspeeds. If Lycanroc isn't Choice Scarf, which I don't think it will because it has a Cell Rock, he goes for a Cell Rock, he does like 30% depending on if he's banded or not, whatever. We kill it with Earthquake. U-turn on Serena. The only mon that we really can't hit at all is the Gliscor, which sucks, but we can pretty much click Earthquake against the rest of his team as long as the Charizard is Mega Evolved up and he doesn't bring the Vullaby. Serena doesn't want to play with like Z-Fly because I want to keep the fact that I'm Choice Scarf kind of secret. I'm running Stone Edge just for the Vullaby and the Gliscor to hit them for something. Knockoff is there for the Meowstic. It's also there for the Gliscor again, and U-turn is there for the Serena, and just to get initiative in general. Landorus is very, very important, and hopefully it does a lot of work first. But now, we need the sand. We need the boys. We have Malachite, the Tyranitar, and Banshee, the Mismagius, making their returns. We actually have 5 mons who came last week, coming again this week. Yeah, so the matchup is kind of weird, but Tyranitar has a decent matchup. Chople Berry, Sandstream with Stone Edge, Crunch, Ice Punch, and Stealth Rock. Enough speed to outspeed a slow Serena, so Serena with no investment. Tyranitar will outspeed it, I'll be able to go for Ice Punch. If he's offensive, we just go into Scizor. Tyranitar is really, really good in this matchup because it kind of takes on a lot of things. It can take on the Zorora because it lives close combat because of Chople Berry. It can take on the Lycanroc Dust because it lives a Drill Run. And I think it gets Superpower actually. But we still live it because of Chople Berry. Aegislash, unfortunately, Iron Head is going to do a lot, but Tyranitar is bulky, it will live. Take on the Exploud. It can take on, that's about it. And it can take on the Charizard as well, which is very, very important. Stone Edge's Crunch is just there for stab. The only mon it doesn't hit at all is the Sock, which I'm not too worried about because Sock just kills Tyranitar anyway. A Ice Punch is there to hit the Gliscor, so we can still hit the Sock for neutral at least, which is nice. And Stealth Rock are very, very important for stuff like the Zorora, stuff like the Milotic, the Gliscor, the Charizard most notably, just to get chip off on them because that's the only way I'm really going to be able to break the Gliscor Milotic core. Now, if you run Sandveil Gliscor, that'd be something that'd be kind of interesting because that means that he would actually have evasion, which he might do that. And I wouldn't be too surprised, but at the same time, he's using it so much on not running Toxic Orb that I feel like it wouldn't really be worth it. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what he'd run in replacement. Maybe leftovers, I'm not sure. But I don't really see that happening. Clefable, I think, will run Magic Guard, because although Unaware would be good for Landorus and Tyranitar. Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure. I haven't really thought too much about Clefable, but I think it's just going to be standard. And then we have Banshee, the Mismagius, Ghost DMZ, Levitate with Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, Nasty Plot, and Destiny Bond. I really like the set, because this kind of is guaranteed to kill one mon at least, as long as I'm in the right situation. I have Z Shadow Ball, which means I could at least nuke something. If I get the +2, something will die to a Z Shadow Ball, plus another move, depending on the mon. Thunderbolt is just there for the Vullaby. It hits the Vullaby, it also hits the X-Blade for decent damage. It also hits the Milotic for super damage, which is really nice. It does about 60% to Milotic, which is really, really nice. That's a +2, that is. And I really like Destiny Bond as well. Destiny Bond, if we're in a situation where we are going to die to something, say the Charizard is in, and I know, you know, although the Charizard might set up. What's a better mon? Say Sock is in front of me, and I know it's banded. I know it's going to go for knockoff. I don't have a switch in. I go for Destiny Bond, and I kill the Sock, and we'll see what goes from there. The same thing with the Milotic, maybe, because if I know I can't OHKO the Milotic, I'll just go for Destiny Bond, as he hopefully discalls me if he's at full, stuff like that. So I'm actually just going to quickly check. What does the Destiny Bond do? I doubt anything. I doubt anything. All the opponent's moves will target the user for a turn if possible. So, oh yeah, that's only really useful in doubles. But that is cool. That's a cool little tech there. So, yeah, that's the team. I'm pretty confident with it. I did build for this quite a while. I didn't spend a ton amount of time, but I definitely put a lot of thought into it. I wanted to bring Kyurem, but he just has too many mons that stop it. So Aurora outspeeds, kills it. Charizard outspeeds it, kills it. Lycanroc outspeeds it, kills it. It can't break Milotic, which is huge. Even though I can run Fusion Bolt and stuff like that, he could burn me with Scald. He lives the Fusion Bolt easily. If he burns me, then he recovers on me as I die to burn. So, also this Sock as well. It's too many mons that take on Kyurem. But hopefully he overpreps for Kyurem. Also, Kyurem is huge setup fodder for Aegislash, because weakness policy is so easy to run against Kyurem. So I was really afraid of that. And other mons, I was thinking about Whimsicott, but it just doesn't have the best, like, perfect matchup. It's also again setup fodder for the Aegislash. And Magmortar was very, very close, but it couldn't really hit the Charizard or break through the Milotic. And Steelix was close again, but like I said at the start, but again, it was just, you know, Gliscor, Milotic, just crap all over it, so there's not much I can do there. So, yeah, about a 13-minute team builder. That was pretty good. We got through that pretty quickly. I'm going to connect with my boy Brown, and we're going to get into this game. I'm really excited for it, actually. Before we start, I'm just going to quickly change Scizor to regular form, and we're going to, I don't even think we're going to cut, because I think I'm just going to, send him a message and be like, dude, you ready? Because he wanted to play, right about now. So, message in there. He said that he wanted to play at 10:30 my time, and that was, 12 minutes ago. So the 12-minute team builder. We have good timing on this channel. The timing is impeccable. So let's see what he says here. In terms of what he brings, I think Charizard is a no-brainer. Challenge G Brown to a custom game. No problem. We'll just quickly validate to see if there shouldn't be an issue. Landorus is super respect. That's fine. Boom, boom. Challenge, custom game, week 2. I guess I'll just challenge him. So yeah, good luck, Brian. Hopefully this is a good game. Hopefully there's no hacks. And if it is hacks, hopefully it's in my favor. So let's get into it. I'd be shocked if he doesn't bring the core of Milotic Gliscor, because it's so bulky and so hard to break. I think Milotic is tier 3 in this league, which is very, very, low for Milotic. I don't completely disagree with it, because Milotic is kind of, gets stuck in that role. But when you pair it with something like Gliscor, it's really, really good. So, yeah. I think Charizard is 100%. I think Aegislash 100%. He might not bring Zorora, which if he doesn't, that's fine. But I'm not sure. Lycanroc is also another one, because I have mons like Steelix that just hard wall it, so he might feel like he doesn't want to bring it. Also, Scizor just OHKOs it immediately with Bullet Punch if it comes in, and he can't really stop that. Although it does have access to Fire Fang, so he might try to play around that. Although I think my switching in Lycanroc is... He does bring the Lycanroc. He doesn't bring the... Wow, okay. Wow, okay. Jesus Christ. He doesn't bring a lot of things that I expected. He doesn't bring... Ignore spectators. I think I'm going to post this in the chat. Just because people asked. Oh, you just did it there. Perfect. You read my mind, Bram. You read my mind. So, he doesn't bring the Aegislash or the Gliscor or pretty much anything that I was expecting. Once the Charizard Mega Evolves, his team is completely, you know, horrible switching to Earthquake. I just spam Earthquake. Also, he doesn't bring his Ground type, which means I can Volt Switch very, very freely, which is nice. So, I'm feeling good about this matchup. I'm feeling really good. Leads, I don't want to lead with Scizor because if he leads with Charizard, I'm instantly fucked. I think, again, Landorus is actually a play. I think Landorus is actually a decent lead again, as the same as last week, because... I could also... what do I want to lead with? I could lead with Tyranitar, if I really wanted to. Could definitely lead with Tyranitar, although I don't really want the Sock to get a free, like... free anything. But I don't know... See, I want to lead with Scizor because I don't think he'll lead with Charizard. But if he leads with Charizard, I'm behind the curveball immediately, and I don't want that because if he runs like Will-O-Wisp, Roost, that could be annoying. Although if he doesn't have Dragonlance, Tentacruel will be able to break it, I think. I think I'm going to lead with Scizor. And if he leads with Stalk, I'm fine. Can I just quickly check? Let me put his team in there quickly. I will check two things. You get Fire Punch. Yes, you do. And Lycanroc gets Fire Fang. Yes, you do. Alright, just things to note. Just things to note. So... I think I'm going to leave with Heliolisk, actually. If he leaves with Sock, I can double into Mismagius, because he wouldn't knock off, and he wouldn't Earthquake, and he would, he wouldn't knock off, so I would get a free switch in, so that's nice. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave with Heliolisk. And if he leaves with anything... If he leaves with the Lycanroc, I have switch-ins to Lycanroc. Lycanroc isn't too scary. The keyword being 2. So I'm going to leave with Heliolisk. He leaves with Subwoofer the Exploud. Exploud can outspeed me. And if he is Choice Scarf, does he kill me? I don't think he can if he's Choice Scarf. He has... No, he can be modest. No, he can't kill me with Boom Burst. Dry Skin doesn't... you know, even the Fire weakness doesn't matter either. So, yeah, he can't kill me. So I'm just going to go for Volt Switch. My switch into this thing is... Tentacruel, pretty much. If he's modest... Ooh, I didn't even think about that. If he's modest, Tentacruel outspeeds by 1 point. That wasn't on purpose. I just fucked up. But I'm getting lucky here. So I'm going to go for Volt Switch. Is he Scarf? He's not Scarf. He goes into Clefable. That's great. So, right here, that's awesome because... I can pretty much choose whether I want to go into Scizor. If I go into Scizor, that kind of leaves the Charizard in for free unless I U-turn. Which I do outspeed this thing. He'd have to have a lot of speed. He'd have to have a lot of speed to outspeed my Scizor. Yeah, a lot, like 30 points. If he does outspeed me though, he can't kill me. And I can roost up on Milotic. So I'm going to go into Scizor, and I think I'm going to U-turn. If he stays in, he's probably just going to go for Rock, so I'll just go into Tentacruel. And if he goes for Flamethrower, that's fine. So, yeah, I'm going to go into Scizor. He does show the leftover, so he's not Babiri Berry, so I think he's definitely afraid of Bullet Punch right here. Like, he has to be afraid of Bullet Punch right here. So I'm going to go for a U-turn. If he stays in, I just go into Tentacruel, it's fine. I think the Milotic or the Charizard is going to come out. I think either way, no matter who of those comes out, I think I go back into Heliolisk. He does go into Milotic. And U-turn does 33%. I want to just see what kind of set is that. U-turn to 33%. That's a high roll on a mid-invested set. He's definitely not max defense. He's definitely not max defense. So... flips. I think Heliolisk is still the right play though, because the Charizard is a Mega, so he actually can't come in on Heliolisk, like switch into it until he's Mega, which is very, very important. I'm gonna go on it back into Heliolisk. It's a no-brainer. He is Flame Orb, which leads me to believe he's probably specially defensive with Flame Orb, although it did kind of look mixed. He might be bold. That looks about right. He could be bold with max special defense. Either way, even if he lives the Volt Switch, which he will if he's max Spadef and he goes for Recover. He has to go for Recover or he'll die to Burn, more than likely. I go into... Oh, he might Mirror Coat. He might Mirror Coat, actually, and that would be really bad. If I Volt Switch and he Mirror Coats as I go into Tentacruel, I lose my switch into a lot of things. So I think I have to Thunderbolt. If he goes in a Charizard after I kill something, it's fine. I go into Tyranitar, or I go into Landorus, still outspeeds. I just can't risk him being that set, even though I don't. Well, okay, I can't say I don't think he is, because he absolutely could. There's all the chance in the world he could. He's also saying Sad Face, which kind of makes me think he is. Volt Switch always, or no, Thunderbolt always, not always. That's if he's max Spadef, which he might not be. I guess Tentacruel isn't the most important mon in the world. Like, honestly, realistically. It's not the most important. I think he's just going to go back into Clefable. And Clefable, I don't... Although I can 2-hit KO the Clefable. I don't know. I'm going to Thunderbolt just in case he is that set. He does go into X-Blast, so I'm glad I went for Thunderbolt. That does so much damage, and this is an interesting situation. Now, okay, can Tentacruel kill an Exploud who is at that much? If he goes for an attack, he'll probably just click Boomburst. Boomburst would do 50% to a fucking Assault Vest Tentacruel, which is insane, dude. This thing's insane. Although I think more than likely he'd go for a fighting type move or a fire type move, because he might predict the Scizor or the Tyranitar. I don't think he'd predict the Tentacruel. I think it's very, very likely he goes for Flamethrower or Focus Blast. I could Thunderbolt again. Then he goes in a Charizard, and then I'm kind of screwed. But if I go on a Tentacruel before Charizard's in, he might feel less inclined to do that. The flip side is I kill this thing with Thunderbolt, then he goes into Charizard, and I go into Tyranitar immediately. If he kills Tyranitar, it's fine, I got my sand up, and I also go into Landorus and kill something with Earthquake. Although the Melodic is... Yeah, I like that over thing. If he's Choice Specs, he can't kill. If he's Choice Scarf, he can't kill me. He's not Choice Scarf, so we do get a crit in the Thunderbolt, didn't matter there. So I think the Charizard is coming in. That's okay. Exploud being gone is good as well, though, because Miss Magius can now spam. Miss Magius can now spam Shadow Ball. He just said that the crit mattered on the Thunderbolt. I think there's no question that the actually he might go on a Lycanroc. He might make me go. He might go on a Lycanroc. If he goes on a Lycanroc, I'm completely fine with that. Lycanroc is much less scary than, you know, Charizard. Well, not really. They're both very scary. I don't have a Rock Resist in my team, though, unfortunately, because I couldn't bring Steelix. And Primeape wouldn't need a Stone Edge anyway, so there's no point. Although, you know, Primeape actually is pretty decent in this matchup. Like, the 6 mons that he brought. It's just that, the Gliscor was so threatening. He's even saying in the chat right now he wanted to bring Charizard. So he brings Raptor Jesus in, which is very cool, very nice. I'm gonna go on a Tyranitar. I'm not even gonna think about it. I'm not gonna think about it. If he Will-O-Wisps, that sucks, but I can still Stone Edge him. He does go for Dragon Dance. So he can't kill me with one Outrage or one Earthquake. And if he does, I think I still bring in Landorus and kill him anyway. If he gets a crit or something. I know it's bad luck to say he might get a crit, but I'm just being realistic here. You know, I have to say it once. Like, if he's +1, say he's adamant, he goes for feckin' outrage. He goes for the strongest move he can go for. He will not kill me. If he goes for Focus Blast and he's for some reason special, doesn't matter. As long as I land the Stone Edge. If I miss the Stone Edge, then he takes another round of sand. Landorus will be in the sand actually, so actually I will kill him 100%. I forgot because the sand will be up. Earthquake actually kills him anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, the sand will be up, so there's no chance of him living. So I'm gonna go for Stealth Rock. I would Stealth Rock, but if he Will-O-Wisps, I actually didn't. Yeah, I'm going for Stone Edge. I'm going for Stone Edge. I think he actually swaps out into Melodic. Or maybe even Sock, which is why I kind of want a Stealth Rock. Because the Landorus kills this thing anyway. Landorus, yeah, he does go back into Melodic. I do miss the Stone Edge, so I'm glad I did that. I think he's going to recover right here. Because he's so low. I think he's so low that he has to. And even if he burns me, it's not the end of the world. And I get rocks up, which is really important. So I'm going to go for Stealth Rock. I do outspeed him, which is great. He goes for Dragon Tail, and he misses. Sorry about that, dude. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to Crunch. He goes for Recover. That's fine. I get the I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. That's sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say I'm sorry. That's really sucks. Do I predict the Dragon Tail or the Scald? I think he has to Scald, to be honest. I think he has to Scald. Even if he Dragon Tails. I mean, I got the defense drop though. If he burns me though, that'll be really bad. You know? All my mons are at 100%. What is happening? That's really weird. Although it wouldn't be if he, landed the move. That is true. How does that? Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. It was just because I went for Dragon Tail. So this thing outspeeds me, which means this thing also outspeeds Scizor. So I could go into Scizor. If he Scalds, that's fine, and I can not even U-turn on him, or I just Stone Edge. This thing being burned is the end of the world. Actually, no, it is because the fucking. Oh no, I have Scizor for Lycanroc. That's fine. Yeah. I need. Tyranitar being burned is way better than Lycanroc or Tyranitar being burned. So I'm just gonna go for Crunch. He does go for Dragon Tail, so I'm glad I stayed in. He goes 2%, and Healerless comes out, which is horrible luck on his part, I have to say. That is pretty bad luck. Although, I think any Mon that came out would have been able to kill this thing, so I don't know if it really mattered. Although, actually, well, Scizor. If he knocked me in a Scizor, I wouldn't have been able to kill him, but any other Mon, I would have killed him, so... Sorry about that. I'm going to Volt Switch. I'm going to kill the Melodic. Healerless gets a kill. Now, what do I do? I want to break free. I think no, I can't go Tentacle because he could set up with the Charizard. I think Landorus is a safe play. I can U-turn on pretty much everything. Does Sock get Ice Punch? I assume he does. He does get Ice Punch. So if he goes into Sock on my Landorus, I just go for U-turn on Sock into the Tentacruel. Yeah, I definitely go on a Landorus. And if he goes into Lycanroc, we kill it. If he goes into Charizard, we kill it. If he goes into Clefable, we kill it. He has to go into Sock. If he goes into Lycanroc and thinks he outspeeds me, he does go into the Goat, the Sock. So, Mold Breaker comes off. This thing is a huge, huge fucking threat. A massive threat. A massive threat. Really, really scary. I could predict the Ice Punch straight up and go into Scizor, but I think Tentacruel... I mean, Scizor is how I stop the Lycanroc. If Scizor dies, the Lycanroc is way more threatening. So I'm just going to go for a U-turn. Doesn't matter if he knows I'm Scarfed by now, because it literally doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because Landorus outspeeds everything anyway. It doesn't make a difference. I don't think. I don't know in what scenario where him knowing I'm Scarf matters at all. And U-turn will do a decent, like, I don't know. Yeah, 15%. So, do I go into Tentacruel or do I go into Scizor? I think he's probably going to go for an Ice Punch or a knockoff. I don't think he goes for a Fire Punch. But if he goes, no, I have to go on a Tentacruel, because if I go on a Scizor, I just have to U-turn, and I can't, yeah, I have to go on a Tentacruel. Tentacruel dies, that's fine. Gonna go on Tentacruel right here, as he goes for Ice Punch, that's fine. If he's, yeah, I've said if he's gonna freeze me, that's fine. And right here, I'm going to go for Ice Punch. Earthquake shouldn't kill me. We see no item. We see no item, so that leads me to believe this thing is Scarf. Scarf does, Ice Punch does 12.7. So, ooh, he's not Scarf. No, he is Scarf. What is that? I hate the calcs in this, because they're just off by just a bit. I think Scald is a completely reasonable play, or I could double out. Double out is the other play. If he stayed in, he'd go for Earthquake, or he'd go for Thunder Punch. And his switch into this thing is 100% Charizard. So I could go into Landorus. I don't think I have the balls to go on a Tyranitar, even though I really want to. But I don't think I have the balls to do that. If I go on a Landorus on the Charizard, I get another kill. What would he go for? He'd go for Earthquake or Thunder Punch. I take both of those. How much does Landorus' Earthquake do to this thing? Quickly. 81 max. So he's just out of range. He does go on a Luna the Clefable. Is that Magic Guard? It is Magic Guard. Okay, that's... Okay, alright, that's good to know. This thing... I'm surprised the Clefable came out, honestly, against a Tentacruel. But, I mean... What happened? I'm going to go for a U-turn into Tentacruel, I think. I don't think there's anything else I should do. I could also knock off to get rid of his leftovers, but if he Ice Beams me, that could be sucky. So, I'm going to U-turn. Landorus is the, what is it called? The failsafe or something like that? What's that called again? It's security. Landorus is the security. If all goes horribly wrong and the Charizard sets up a Dragon Dance, we still have Landorus that outspeeds every single time. If he sets up two, then we're fucked. But one Dragon Dance is completely fine as long as Landorus is alive. So, there you go. And rocks being up are really, really great. That means that stuff like Heliolisk might be able to kill it with Hyper Voice now. Which, if Heliolisk has to fight the Charizard, we will be able to Hyper Voice. And I think Hyper Voice will actually just kill it, to be honest. Yeah, he has to stay, and he goes for go for U-turn right here. He probably goes for Rocks. If I had to guess, goes for Moonblast. No special defense drop, which is nice. I'm gonna go for a Sludge Wave. Just to see how much I do. I do 36%. Goes for Thunder Wave. Okay. This thing might be a bit of an annoyance. Trying to kill, because I really just have Scizor. I could go on a Heliolisk and then Volt Switch into Scizor. Do that, because he's going to recover right here. I'm very, sure of. If he doesn't, then I kill this thing. He goes for Stealth Rock. Okay, wow. This thing might be an issue later. Do I want to take the kill, or do I... Thunderbolt always kills. Volt Switch never kills. It's whether I want to kill this thing right here, or do I go for Volt Switch and then go on a Scizor. I think Scizor being in front of the Charizard is way worse than Heliolisk being in front of it. So I'm gonna go for a Thunderbolt. Oh, he lived! Goes for Soft Boiled. So he's specially defensive. That's unfortunate. He's specially defensive, which means that Scizor's Bullet Punch always kills. Okay, so now we know he actually doesn't have Flamethrower, so he can't hit Scizor. He can't hit Scizor. That does nothing, but that's not his set. He's this. Ooh, kind of a shitty situation. I'm gonna go with Tentacle. He does go for Moonblast, which is a ballsy play, but it worked out in his favor. I'm just going to go for Sludge Wave. Goes for Moonblast, no Spadef, Special Attack Drop. That's good. I get the Poison, which doesn't matter because he has Thing, and I'm going for Rapid Spin. Need to get rid of these rocks, boy. And this thing can't touch me. Can't touch my Scizor. I could also go into Mismagius. How much does Mismagius do? That's actually not a bad idea. If I just Z Shadow Ball him right now, how much am I doing? 50%. I'd need the turn. This thing is actually going to be a bit of an issue to kill. This thing is going to be a bit of an issue to kill. Tentacruel isn't as important now. It's poison. I have to hope he goes for... He does go for rocks, and I do get the Sludge Wave off. So I'm going to go into... Oh. What do I do? I think I go into Healerlisk and Volt Switch. The Moonblast right now, good play. He did go for Moonblast. Doesn't do a lot though. Gets a special attack drop, which actually really sucks. But it's fine because I'm going to go for Volt Switch right now. I'm going to go for Volt Switch. The Volt Switch would have been better if it did more, but it doesn't, so that's fine. He goes for Moonblast again. So, what do I do? Do I U-turn or do I Bullet Punch? Bullet Punch kills this thing. I absolutely 100% kill this Clefable. Or do I U-turn predicting the Charizard? And then what? Then go into Mismagius. And how much does Charizard... I think I have to U-turn. I think I have to U-turn. As much as I don't want to. Although he might think his only way of winning right here is sacking the Clefable and going into Charizard. And Dragon Dancing and hoping for the best. Because rocks are up now. We still have Landorus in the back though. Well, that's true actually. We still have Landorus. We still have Speeds in. Yeah, that's true. I'm going to go for Bullet Punch, I think. Although killing this thing is really important. But no, he won't let me. I don't think he'll let me. I could Roost. No, I definitely don't Roost. Sorry, no. I think I go for knockout or U-turn. I think I have to. Then go into Landorus. Kill something. If he recovers, I go into Mismagius, Z Shadow Ball, and do this Rigmarole again. I'll put him in range of Landorus. Yeah, I think I have to. Yeah. Oh, I hate these 50-50s. He goes into Charizard, it takes so much though. Well, they'll be able to Roost on me. I think he's going to stay in, but I don't want to... Ah, I knew it! Ah, I fucking knew it. Oh, I hate those 50-50s, dude. I'm going to go into Mismagius. These Thunder Waves. He doesn't go for a Thunder Wave. I'm going to go for Nasty Plot. If he goes... Or do I Z Shadow Ball straight away? I think... Well, okay. He can't go straight into a Mon because he'll die. I'm going to Nasty Plot. I do go for Nasty Plot as he goes for what? Moonblast. Okay. I live another Moonblast. I get a kill right here. As long as I don't get... Oh, no! Please, please, please. Please. Alright, Clefable's dead. Clefable's dead. God damn it! That was a... that was really scary for just a second. That was terrifying. He goes in a Lupin, which is the Accel Rock, which will die to a Shadow Ball. So he can't predict. He has to go for an attack. He goes for Crunch. Which is Life Orb. He's Life Orb. I think I don't want to go on a Scizor because I think I go on a Landorus and I just Earthquake because something dies. How much does Landorus do to Sock? Probably like 60%, 69%, which he'd be at like 62 after Rocks. I think I go on a Landorus. I don't know if I sweep. Maybe I should have gone to Tyranitar first. I don't know. I'm gonna go for an Earthquake. He's Life Orb. He shouldn't be able to kill me with a Cell Rock. If he doubles in a Sock, it dies to 2. But I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll just let the Cell Rock die. Mismagius, clutch right there, killing the Clefable. It was unfortunate, but is what it is. Okay, so we kill the Accel Rock. He goes in a Sock. How do I stop this thing from sweeping me? I go on a Scizor. What is he gonna go for? He's gonna go for, I think, like knockoff. I go on a Tentacruel and I Bullet Punch. I put in range of Earthquake. If he doubles in a Charizard, then I U-turn on him and you have to take rocks again, so it's fine. So he's in range. That's what I do. I go on a Tentacruel. I just don't want to fuck this up. I'm going to Sludge Wave. He might double it back into Charizard. I was hoping he'd actually kill me right there, but he didn't. I wanted him to kill me. I guess I should have gone into Scizor, but he does go into Charizard. So Poison right here would be good. No, okay. He has to Dragon Dance. He might Earthquake. Me going into Tyranitar immediately forces him, so I think I win. I think I win as long as Tyranitar puts up the sand right here. He Dragon Dances. Does a Crunch kill? Does a Crunch kill? Does a Crunch kill? I don't think it does, because Charizard's naturally bulky. It does kill. If he has no HP, which he probably has a bit, but he probably still kills. If he goes for, what's it called? If he goes for Roost, though, it doesn't matter because he's still taking Sand plus a Crunch. So I'm going to go for Stomach, or Crunch. He can't kill my Tyranitar right here. If he goes into Sock, it's definitely 100% in range of Landers, which means we get a 4-0, which is a good fucking time. Goes for Earthquake, doesn't kill me. Crunch kills the Tyranitar. Fuck. Crunch kills the boys. Now we're gonna go for an Ice Punch, I guess. He's just gonna kill me right here with close combat. I assume he's Scarf, and I think that's a full row. I think that's a full row. I think that's a full row. And we go to Landers, and Landers in Sand easily kills this thing with a Earthquake because of Sand Force. I assume it does like 100 min or something like that, because it does like 66 naturally. Oh, what's actually Sand Force is 1.3, or not, so it'd be like 90. I'm gonna check right there. Either way, really fun game. Yeah, it does like 90, yeah, 89 min. Really fun game at the end there. Really close calls with the Clefable. The Milotic was scary. Killing the Exploit early was very important. It meant that Miss Magius was able to click Shadow Ball freely when it mattered and kill the Clefable. And yeah, I think we just played a very good game. I mean, if I Bullet Punched the Clefable when Scizor was out, then he goes into Tyranitar or to Charizard. But I don't think it matters. As long as the Landorus was alive and healthy enough to sweep his team, I don't think it ever mattered. Once the what's it called died. Once the Milotic and the Clefable died, Landorus was just kind of in the door, like. So that's kind of that. GG to Brown. We get a 4-0 in week 2. Very good game. A game that I was honestly not expecting to win. So very good game to Brown. If you guys have enjoyed this, make sure to slam like button down below. Vino is a cock. That's a little bit fucking much. He lost me that. I don't know. I mean, you're not really giving me much credit though. Come on. I played well. I mean, Gliscor would have been very scary, but I did prep for it, so I mean, hopefully I would have been able to do okay. Not sure though. Yeah, we played pretty well there. I'm really happy with that performance. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to heavy slam the like button down below first and subscribe. We're gonna quickly jump over to after I paste the replay. Un momento. Hopefully my voice is recording. Yes, it is. There the stuff. Replays. Excuse me. Boo. Replays open. Very good. Aggronix versus Brown week 2. So yeah, we're fucking doing really well. Demonetized again. I can't help it. It's the Irish blood in me. Whoa, sorry about that. I'm quickly just going to check. Who we play next week. because that'll be a lot of fun. That'll be a lot of fun, though. I'm really, really enjoying this league so far. The Pittsburgh Aegislash. Oh, that's the tier, sorry. Oops. The schedule, Pittsburgh Aegislash is actually the team to the right of that team, which Heatran, I hope you can see that. Yes, you can. It's in the middle of the screen. Heatran, Sylveon, Gargantua, Noivern, Hitmonlee. Jesus Christ, that last four is terrifying. I was reading the team, I was like, really? This is a team? That doesn't sound very bad. That last four is terrifying. Yeah, we'll see what happens to that. That should be a very, very good game. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to heavy slam like one down below first and subscribe if you are not already to become a member of the Aggronix. That being said, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day, and bye-bye.